So we're starting to take these videos more and more, and I'll start posting them more and more. And I think it's just because shit be going down. Yeah, essentially I'm probably on my way out of my job, which it's not the end of the world by any means, but mentally, like I've said before, like I know I have a good life, but I feel like shit. I know I have a good life, but I feel like everything's bad. And I think same thing with like, I live with my parents. There's nothing wrong with that. And right now I have a job, and look at this cutie. Hi. You want to go out? Like if I'm unemployed after being dumped. Go ahead, come on. Belle, come. If I'm unemployed after being dumped, living with the parents, like it's gonna eat up at me. My mental health is garbage right now. But I had a really, really open and blunt convo with my boss yesterday, which was actually like it's one of those core memories I'm gonna have for life. Like genuinely, I'm just in her office, crying to her, opened up pretty like, a lot of times if you have an uncomfortable conversation, I try to be like, hey, I want to touch on X, Y, and Z. And usually I only touch on like one or two, or maybe, do you hear my dog? She be thirsty. I'll have to get her more water. But, oh my God. She's a whole room away. Jesus fuck, is she good? She came in my room panting. But yeah, so it was like core memory. I'm crying to her, and she was so sweet. Like she is genuinely someone who I will never, I think, be able to talk negatively about. Like I only have positive things to say. She's such a great boss, but even a better person, which is like, that says a lot. And, her job's stressful, especially like the last couple of months. So I don't know, nothing but good things to say about her. Then though, the panic sets in though, where essentially I have a follow-up call with them where it's like, I gotta let them know a week from tomorrow. And I took the day off today. She even told me, she was like, with how much pay time, with how much PTO I was taking and stuff, I assumed you were interviewing at a lot of places, which I had an interview or two there, but a lot of it was just me being depressed and crying and not like struggling to get out of bed and do basic things. And she told me like, I wish we were at the point, and she wasn't like, oh, it's my fault or her fault, but I wish we were at the point where you could tell me that. And maybe it was douchey of me, but this morning I was like, my head is scrambled. I essentially have a week to figure out, like today I have to figure out, I leave for a flight tomorrow. I got to pack. I got to apply to jobs, update the resume. I got to like be doing all that stuff. And I don't even have a laptop that works here at home or that has like Microsoft Word. Like the only way I can even apply to jobs is with my work laptop. So I almost need to get like a new laptop now or take mine in and hope it gets fixed. So I was just like panicking, and I was like, all right, like you told me. So I texted her this morning. I'm like, I'm not doing well. Like, can I take off? And she was actually so nice and was like, stay home. If you can get some work done from home, go for it. Which is really sweet of her. Like I said, I'll cry if I think about it too much. She's so great. But now it's like the panic sets in of, okay, I told myself kind of my two biggest goals coming up were find a new job. I was seeing if I had a booger. And the marathon. The marathon I'm really nervous about because my knee and shin have been hurting. So we're just going to ice them and take it easy. But like worst case scenario, I can willpower that. Even if it leads to an injury, I can willpower that shit. But the new job thing now, the reason that one's a bigger obstacle is it's like I'm in recruiting / talent acquisition. There's a ton of different types of roles within that where you recruit specific things, whether it's travel nurses, x-ray techs, IT. There's some where you work internally for one company and recruit whatever they need. Like there is just an absurd amount of different options, then I'm like, I know I have some friends in supply chain, some people who have left our company to go do project coordinating and management. It's like I don't know what I can go and do and how much love I'm gonna get back. And it's like maybe I spend the first couple weeks only applying to this role. If I don't see traction, like I have money, I don't have a ton of expenses, so I could be picky. But it's like it's summer, so towards the new year, business usually slows down. So like it's just hard. I'd be so in my head about it and probably pivot a lot of my job search. And I don't want it to be where like in 4 or 5 months, 6 months or whatever, I'm still unemployed, and then I end up taking something I'm not even like thrilled about. I'm just like, it's a job. So we'll see. And then it's also like where, like I've always said I've wanted to move and live somewhere else. And as much as I'm scared, like, part of me does think there's a chance I fucking kill myself if I move, or more of a chance, I should say. Like if I'm alone in a state where I don't know anyone or have a lot of friends and stuff, and then I have a really bad day, like I feel like there's a lot less stopping me. But I also don't think I ever would. As long as my mom's alive, my dog is alive. But it's hard. And part of me is like, it's a fucked up mentality, but part of me is like, I gotta do that. Balls to the wall. Either it'll pan out, I'll, keep meeting new people, force myself out of my comfort zone, become happier, nicer weather, or I'm gonna be fucking miserable, crying, mental health gets worse, and I just come back home. I don't know. I also really want to just cry to my mom, and I don't want to, but my boss was like, you fucking should. Cause it's hard. I just don't want to. My mom and dad have done everything their entire life to give me whatever I want. And it's hard. Like, I don't know how much I want to say to my mom. It's just, I already know how much she worries about me and stuff, like regularly when things are going well. Now that I haven't even told her about like my job thing going on where I'm on my way out, because I know she's going to worry a fuck ton. And if I tell her, hey, I've had suicidal thoughts for years, I'm not doing well, I don't feel good about this, and that, like she is going to be, in a lovely way, checking in on me every day. But I think maybe it's rude of me. Like I almost don't, I like people checking in, but less of a text, more of a FaceTime or a make a plan with me. And that's something I need to do with other people that I've realized. Because to me, if someone's depressed or not doing well and they just have like text or emails or stuff to get back to, it's like it feels like a chore. It takes up energy. Don't give me the option. Just fucking pull up, say, hey, what's up, man? Like I'm scooping you. We're gonna go get smoothies. But yeah, so a lot going on, and it's like pretty late. I have to start doing stuff, applying to jobs, cleaning myself up, taking care of this pooch, and then pack for the night. Downloading an app for hiking. I literally bought hiking boots just for this trip, and I don't even think I'm gonna bring them because they're like fucking huge. But I'm only there for like 3-4 days, so I probably could fit them in. But yeah, just a lot going on in life, and I'm trying to be positive. Like a lot of me is like super no sense of direction and depressed and want to cry. But I'm trying to look positive. Like, hey, if I'm unemployed for a bit, it's summer. The new NCAA football comes out and stuff, but like that would only temporarily be something that I enjoy. I think I'd enjoy being unemployed for like a week, and then I'd fucking hate it. And then it's just figuring out. Like, to me, if there's any time to fucking move, it's now. But I'm also scared shitless of that. And it's like, I've applied to a couple jobs in Tampa, Florida, and Austin, Texas. I haven't had any traction with those. So I'm like, is it because they see my address and they're like, we don't want to deal with someone moving? I don't want to move all the way to Tampa and then with nothing lined up. Like, right now, because I have no expenses, it's not bad. If I move somewhere and I have rent, even if it's $1,000 a month, which I have a couple grand that I could sit on, like then the job search gets really prevalent and stressful, and it's not a happy time, which is like the whole point of me moving, is to try to be happier. And that just could be counterintuitive. So yeah, we'll see. But today we'll upload a video. We're getting more consistent with it. Like I said, we're going to pack up for the trip, try to do some job application stuff, try to get excited for the trip. I probably won't get excited until I'm like landed and somewhat unpacked. So we'll see. But yeah, a lot of thoughts in the head. Lots going on. And it's not super fun, but I'm trying to tell myself it's exciting. Change is scary, but anything that's scary is also you can look at exciting. So it's exciting. That's all I got. Stop.